Hi everyone. If you want to learn how to simplify the ratios fast, I will show you the easiest way. So you can see here the different sort of questions on the screen, some with the numbers, some with the decimal numbers, some with the numbers with the units. So let's work with the questions one by one. For example, 48 ratio 60. I have two ways to simplify it. The first way is to calculate the GCF or the HCF, which is highest common factor or the greatest common factor of 48 and 60. So I'll divide 60 with 48. I'll get here 12. Then again I will divide 48 with 12. I'll get here 4. And the HCF is number 12. If you want to understand this method better, I have already shared the video in the description box. So now HCF of 48 and 60 is 12. So we'll divide both the numbers with 12. Once we will divide it, 48 divided by 12 is 4 and 60 divided by 12 is 5. We are able to simplify this 48 over 60, a ratio in a single step. If you don't want to follow this step, then you can simplify 48 ratio 60 by simplifying it with the smaller numbers. For example, 48 and 60 both can be divided by 2. So when I divide 48 with 2, I'll get 24 and 60 divided by 2 is 30. Similarly, 24 and 30 we can divide with 3. You have to take the same number. You can't take the two different numbers to divide 24 and 30. So now we will get here 8 ratio 10. Now I can divide this with 2 again and finally I'll get 4 ratio 5. So both the ways will give you the same answer. Whatever the way you find easy, you can go with it. Now let's work with the questions where we have a number, decimal number or both the decimal numbers. So let's work with it. Now here we have a one number which is a decimal number and other one is a whole number. So what we will do, we'll convert your decimal number in terms of a fraction. Now once we will convert this into fraction, we have to get rid of this 10. So for that we have to multiply both the numbers with number 10. So we'll do that. Now 10 ones are 10, 10 ones are 10. Now we have 15 ratio 200. Now you can follow any of the way. Either you can calculate HCF or either you can just simplify it with the number. So I'm just simplifying it with the number. Both the number are divisible with 5. I'll do that and we'll get here 3 ratio 40. So after that I cannot simplify it because 3 and 40 they don't have any common factor except number 1. So if I'll divide this with number 1, I'll get the same answer. So other than number 1, if I have any common factor between the two numbers, I have to simplify it again. Similarly, the next question is 2.5 ratio 1.5. Now both the numbers are the decimal numbers. So first we have to convert them into fraction. I'll get here 25 over 10 and 15 over 10. Now I will multiply both the numbers with 10 so that I can get rid of this 10. I'll get 25 over 15. Now both the numbers are having a greatest common factor which is 5. I'll divide with 5 and I'll get 5 ratio 3. Similarly, we can do another question here. 1.5 ratio 0.25. So I'll get here 15 over 10 and here I'll get 25 over 100. Now if you're getting 10 or 100 and you have to multiply both the numbers with some number, you will always multiply the one with the bigger value of 0. So that means I will multiply both the numbers with 100 so that I will get rid of this 100. So I'll get here 150 ratio 25. Now I can divide 150 and 25 with 5. I'll do that and I will get here 30 ratio 5. I can divide again it with 5 and finally I'll get answer as 6 ratio 1. So this is how we can simplify the ratio when there are numbers. Now let's work with the questions where we have a units also and we have to simplify the ratio. Whenever we have a units in the question of simplifying the ratio, what we have to do, we have to make the unit same. If the units are same, we will just simplify it as we are simplifying the numbers. But if the units are different, we have to make the unit same. If the question is 10 kilometer ratio 20 kilometer, and I want to simplify this ratio, so kilometer and kilometer both are the same units, we can cancel them, and then we have just 10 ratio 20, and we already know how to simplify these sort of ratios. We'll divide both the numbers with 10, and finally I'll get 1 ratio 2. But if I have 1 kilometer and on the other side I have 2 meter, so I have to make both the units same. Always try to change the bigger unit into the smaller unit so that you will not get any sort of a decimal number. So 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meter. I'll write down in place of 1 kilometer 1000 meter ratio 2 meter. Now meter and meter both are the same unit, so we can cancel them, and then we have only the number left, and then I can simplify it with 2, and I will get here 500 ratio 1. Similarly, if I have 7 days and on the other side I have 2 weeks. Now week is a bigger unit and days is a small unit. So what I'll do, I'll convert 2 weeks into days. So I'll get here 14 days and 7 days. Now days and days, same unit, we can cancel it, and then we are left with the numbers only, which can be simplified with 7, and we'll get here 1 ratio 2. So this is how we can work with the simplification of the ratios. If this video really helped you, do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel.